This is the story of Sam, who is an American guy and lives in the Midwest, and who started to learn Indonesian language, and then also traveled to Indonesia with the purpose of dating Indonesian women, and in the process of this whole journey became more confident and relaxed. But before I continue this video, I want to read you his email, which I also have received the other day. Quote: "As you might remember, I was learning Indonesian and going to Indonesia with the hopes of meeting a wife, as I consider the US Midwest mission impossible. I went to Indonesia a couple of times and dated nice girls. However, some months ago, I met a very nice Vietnamese girl here in the Midwest. She is an assistant here at the university, so met her at work. And I have cancelled all Indonesian plans for now. Looking at myself from a distance, I see how the abundant opportunities for high quality women in Indonesia made me very confident and relaxed about dating anywhere. As watching your videos was the starting point of me investing into familiarizing myself in depth with Indonesia, which indirectly led me down this unexpected path, I would like to thank you." So that is a very nice email, and I really appreciate that Sam wrote this email and appreciates my work. And I want to talk about this email today, but before I do, I just want to quickly introduce you to Alun here in Malang in East Java. Alun. I figured out that the local folks call public places Alun. It's a mix between a park and a square, and you can see already they have some activities going on today, which I will show you later. It's some Muslim activities today for little children. But anyway, to get back to the topic, this is how life can go. Expect the unexpected, yeah. And Sam was saying that my videos were the starting point of his journey, and it led him down an unexpected path. Yeah, and this is what life is, right? It's a journey, but it's even more a personal development journey, as I pointed out in some of my videos already. And this is also the topic where I want to go today too in this video. Yeah. Sam also said that the Indonesian dating experience made him very confident and relaxed about dating in general. And this is exactly what my videos are actually all about. And some of you guys hopefully have figured it out by now already. Yeah? I talk a lot about dating in Asia, especially about dating Indonesian women, yes. And I give tips about where to meet them and relationship tips and stuff like that. But what my videos definitely are not, they are not just pick-up videos, how to pick up Asian girls or how to get laid in Southeast Asia. This is not the purpose of my videos, you know. This picking up girls and how to pick up and how to get laid, I call this the outer game, you know. Of course, you know, you need to have some pickup skills and stuff like that. But my videos, and this is very important to understand, they are actually about the inner game, yeah, the inner game. your inner game, our inner game. In my videos I actually, even I talk about dating, but you know, dating is very interesting. Too many guys are way too short-sighted when it comes to dating. They are way too juvenile, way too immature when they approach the topic of dating, and they just think about getting laid and how to pick up girls and what to say and how to approach and all that stuff. Yeah, but this is way too short-sighted. So just to interrupt quickly here, yeah, it's a little fair here for little Muslim kids, some event. And there in the back you can see already the Kaaba. Yeah, they modeled a Kaaba here, and I saw these little girls and boys already going around the Kaaba earlier here. You see that? So this whole thing is supposed to resemble Mecca, right? The Kaaba and Mecca. And this is what's going on here. So anyway, to get back to the topic, yeah, my videos are actually about all the inner game, you know? How to become a better man, how to build up your character, how to work on your shortcomings, your psychological issues, and even traumas. This is what I mean with inner game. If you want to be confident and relaxed with women, you need to work on your inner game. There lies the salvation, only there. If you have issues with women or problems with girls, you have to look inside of yourself most of the time, you know. I'm not saying there are not also crazy, weird, strange and dysfunctional women outside. There are. But most of the time it's your inner game. And by the way, talking about Islam and Muslim culture, there is this concept in Islam. It's called the jihad. You all have heard about it, but most of the folks have no clue what jihad really means, and that there are actually two concepts of jihad. One is the outer jihad and one is the inner jihad. Yeah, the outer jihad is really what we have been taught and propagandized all the time with, you know, these Muslim warriors and fighters. They fight their enemies. They go into the jihad, you know, into the war and stuff like that. But in Muslim culture, there's also this concept of inner jihad. And inner jihad is nothing but the inner journey. Know thyself, personal development. This is the inner jihad. And this concept does exist in Islamic culture. It's the same what I'm talking about. So there is outer game and there is inner game. Yeah? And inner game is all about becoming better as a man, become more competent, more sovereign, more efficient. Yeah, not only when it comes to dating women, Indonesian women, Filipinas, Thai women, it doesn't matter, German women, you know. And we want to become better in all areas of life, right? Health, financials, relationships in general, for example, careers, jobs, you know, everything. So my videos actually are not really about women. They are about ourselves or yourself, you know, and your personal development also, you know. We have to look at it like this, you know, we have to take the bird's eye perspective here. Guys also asked me, they're writing me comments and asking me also, Marcel, you know, you have very interesting videos and very deep, and other guys not talking about, and can you please elaborate more on psychological issues and this and that? Yeah, so I've done videos already, and in the future I will probably do more videos if there is demand, you know. So my videos are actually not only about women, yeah, but they're also about how to become a more confident, more centered, more relaxed man, guy, yeah, who is clear about himself, his strengths, his weaknesses, his ambitions, his goals, his missions, you know. A guy who is determined, more determined, or becomes more determined and more disciplined also, you know. I'm talking here about character. And today we are lucky, we can see the mountains in the back here. Yeah. Malang is surrounded by mountains, and the climate is very nice. It's like in Europe here, 25 degrees. And by the way, look, here's a church. This church is a Protestant church. And it looks like at home for me. And you know, over there is a mosque. You can see that, right? And before I continue with this video, you know, I have to show you this here. This is Indonesia. Exactly, this is Indonesia. You have a church, which is, by the way, very beautiful. You don't see these churches often in Indonesia. Most of the churches are very simple buildings, you know. You wouldn't even believe that some of these buildings are a church, you know. But anyway, so you have this church here. And by the way, over there is a Catholic church. You can see the towers there in the back in the distance. There's a Catholic church over there. Here you have a Protestant church. And over there you have a mosque. So what do I want to say? I want to say this is Indonesia, a very tolerant country. People get along. You have a mosque, you have a church right next to each other. This is highly symbolic actually for Indonesia. This is what Indonesia is all about, you know, about tolerance, you know, living together in peace. Even you have different religions and faith and philosophies or whatever. Yeah, this is great. So to come back to the video again, it's all about, not all, but my videos are also about building your character as a man, building a solid character. Yeah? What do I mean with character? Or what is character? I believe character is a strong, solid character consists of strong values, strong principles, strong convictions, and strong beliefs. Yeah? And a character, a strong, solid character, should serve as a safeguard, your navigator, your compass, and your guide through life. You need character. You need we all need strong, solid characters. We need to develop our characters constantly, because they will serve, as I just mentioned, as your safeguard and navigator, right? And this is when you are becoming a true man. If you have a solid character, a guy with integrity also. And some of you might think, what he's talking about? I thought this is the story about Sam and the Midwest guy and Indonesia and that's that. No, this relates, and this is a great story actually to elaborate a little bit further on what my videos actually are also about, you know. So yeah, this is my message, you know. At the end of the day, we want to become more confident, more centered as men. Of course, we want to be successful dating Indonesian women also, you know. But first of all, we also need to understand, what do Indonesian women actually want in a man? What do they prefer? What kind of man? if they prefer confident, strong centered men who are relaxed also, are you that man or are you not? Are you needy, insecure, unsure about yourself? Then you got a lot of work to do, my friend. You know? Women at the end of the day are all the same. Indonesia, Germany, America. There are a lot of cultural differences, this is true. But at the end of the day, they are feminine human beings and they have a lot of similarities also. It doesn't matter the culture, you know. And this is what you have to understand. But of course, you also have to learn about the cultural differences. And these cultures here, the Indonesian culture, the women are way more feminine, you know, with feminine traits, values, and characteristics. And feminine energy is always drawn and attracted to masculine energy. Many men these days are not in their masculine energy anyway. They're way too feminine. That's why they don't have success with dating. Also in Indonesia and Southeast Asia, if you are too needy and unsure about yourself, if you're too much in your feminine energy, you attract all these gold diggers and stuff, you know, not quality women, you know. So this is also what my videos are about at the end of the day, to build strong, solid character, to become attractive also to women, to Indonesian women, you know. And one more thing, talking about being a solid man. This is what, for me, a solid man, being a solid man really means. Not flashing your cash, growing yourself a beard, talking shit like Andrew Tate, showboating, showing off, bragging, driving in a Lamborghini or I don't know what. This is all immature, juvenile, teenager behavior, you know, and this is not attractive to women. It's only attractive to stupid gold diggers. I talked about this in my other video the other day. Yeah, we don't want to become. I don't want to be like that. I tell you. Oh, you're just jealous because what kind of stupid argumentation is that? You know, I mean, there you can see how some people think not really clearly. By the way, I forgot to mention this. A solid man also thinks clearly, has a clear judgment, you know, and can discern properly. This is the qualities we have to work on. Yeah, and then we become successful not only with women or Indonesian women or Southeast Asian women, but in general also in other areas of life, you know. Solid men also, they are able to let go of people liking you. Let go of people liking you. Of getting their approval and of them, yeah, understanding you. This is big, this is huge. Way too many people and men are just people pleaser, you know. We have to learn to let go of our expectation that everybody around us validates our expectations or experiences, feelings and understanding of life. They won't. You know, we have to learn to stand up for our deepest values and principles. Huh? And this is actually something great to strive for, you know. And my videos also, I'm doing these videos to help with this also, you know. I am not that also yet, I'm still developing, I'm still growing also, you know. But I have a goal also in mind. And this email from Sam the other day is perfect. It hits the spot, you know. It's like it hits the nail on its head. He communicated something very, very interesting, you know. And he shared with us how he actually has been growing as a man, as a solid man, becoming more relaxed and confident with women. That's a great story. And if I could help him, then great, you know, I appreciate it a lot. And I also still have work to do, you know, I'm not perfect. I don't want to come across here as a preacher, you know, please, yeah. We are all in the same boat. The only thing I'm doing, what's different with me, is that I'm sharing my experiences here publicly, you know, because I do have experience with dating Indonesian women or Southeast Asian women, and I have more experience than other guys. So I'm just sharing this. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of other expats, Western guys, who also have probably even more experience than me, but they don't share it. So it's all good, you know. I'm just sharing. But I understand myself very clearly. Also, I know where I'm standing. I have a lot of things to learn. You know, I'm also on my personal development journey. You know, becoming a even more solid character guy with integrity. Of course I want to be attractive also to women, but not by flashing my cash and talking shit and bragging and showboating. This is bullshit. I want to become a man with character, solid character, you know, a guy who is grounded. A guy who is grounded. That's a real man. A guy who is grounded in his own values and principles, you know, who is centered, who is when you are that, you are automatically confident, you know, and this is what also attracts women. Confidence, being centered, being relaxed, you know. And when you are this, then you are not only attractive to women in general or Indonesian women, you are also attractive to many other people in general, you know. People like you more. You will be more successful in general, trust me, in all areas of life. So with that being said, I'm checking out for today. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Do you see yourself on a similar journey? Or are you just in for the outer game? Do you say, yeah, this is what many teenage boys or guys who have physically grown up but not mentally think that's what a real man is about, you know? No, it's not about that, you know? It's not about throwing cars around, you know? So are you a guy who believes in the outer game only, who thinks he needs to flash his cash and talk running his mouth all the time? There's too much garbage around these days on YouTube. This, I call it the new masculine culture, with certain proponents propagating their garbage on YouTube, you know, and it's crazy, it's disgusting. It has nothing to do with personal development. But anyway, so let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? You don't need to agree with me. I already let go of people liking me, you know? I don't care. This is what we also have to become, kind of indifferent to things, you know? So I want to thank Sam again for sharing his story. I wish him good luck with this Vietnamese woman, you know? And this is how it can go, you know? But it's an ongoing process. So yeah, I'm out for today. I will see you in one of my next videos. Take care. Bye bye here from Malang in East Java. A beautiful city, small city, very friendly, nice people, nice climate, mountains, volcanoes around. This is kind of a secret tip for you guys who are interested to settle down in Indonesia. Yeah, so you should keep Malang on your radar, okay? All right, bye bye.